Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Dennis, I'm a yoga teacher, and in this channel you will find lots of yoga videos to help you with your day and with your life. Enjoy your practice. So this will be a complete beginner's video. If you've never done yoga before or if you're still kind of new, you can definitely try this out. We are going to start seated. So if you have some difficulty with sitting cross-legged, if your knees stay high like this, please sit on a block or a cushion, whatever you may have. I don't have my props with me here, but if you have any of them, please don't hesitate to use them. Believe me, it will be helpful if you lift your hips a bit, like I said, with a block or a cushion, a blanket. Okay, and cross-legged, if it's not possible for you, this is what you can do. Kneeling, you can be seated on your feet, and again, you can have a block or a cushion underneath your hips here. All right, today I'm gonna choose sitting cross-legged. Let's roll your shoulders back for a couple of times. Starting to the day, just start listening to your body. And then change the direction of the shoulders. If you have any tension from the night, let's start releasing that out. And roll the shoulders back again, drop them down. Your hands can gently rest on your legs. Find a tall spine. You can softly focus your eyes somewhere in front of you or shut them down completely if that's okay for you. We're going to start in this position, finding some stillness on our mats. We will start with some body scan. You can just listen to me with your eyes closed. You don't need to do anything here. Just connecting your mind to your body. Feel your mat underneath. Let your hips and the legs create a strong foundation for you. Rooting down, grounding down. And build your spine up above this foundation. Feel your lower back, upper back, and the neck curves. Especially when you're new, it may be hard to stay with a tall, long spine. Try your best, do your best. You can do any adjustment you need. Your spine may tend to collapse. Try not to let that happen. If you notice your shoulders are rolling in, roll them back. Open up your chest, open your heart for a new day. Feel your head on top of the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyebrows, your face muscles. Maybe put a small smile on your face. Show some gratitude for the new day ahead. With your next inhalation, you can softly open your eyes back. Just see how you're feeling now. maybe a bit more grounded, easing into your day. If you're cross-legged, let's change the cross of your legs, put the other shin in front. If you're kneeling, you can stay or you can change your position. We're going to remain seated for a bit more. So we're going to start with some warm-ups now, warming the spine and the main joints of the body, shoulders and the hips. So staying tall, upright with the spine. With your inhalation, start lifting your arms up, take a big stretch. With your exhalation, drop the arms down to the sides. So we're going to be moving with our breath all the time. Follow your breath into the movement. Inhale, lift your arms up again. Hands shoulder distance apart, palms face each other. Exhale, gently drop your arms. One more time. Inhale, lift the arms up. Take a big stretch, reach up, get tall. Maybe interlace your fingers this time. Turn your palms up, open your chest and the armpits. Opening the armpits is a good idea. It may bring happiness. And with your exhalation, gently drop your arms down again. Let's place your hands on your sides. You can be on your fingertips. With your inhalation, start lifting your right arm up. And exhale, take a side bend, reaching towards your left side. Make sure your right hip is still grounded. Exhale, place the right hand down to your side again. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Both hips still equally grounded. Feel the space getting open on the left side body. Exhale, left hand down to your side. Come back to neutral spine. Roll your shoulders back. With your next inhalation, lift both arms up again. Take a big stretch. Now exhale, start twisting to your right side. Lower your hands down. Left hand outside the right leg. Right hand behind your hips. Twist your lower back and then the upper back. And you can look back towards the right shoulder if that's okay for your neck. Take a breath here. With your next inhalation, turn back to the center, lift both arms up, get even taller. Exhale, twist to your left side, lower the hands down to support you. Right hand on the left leg, left hand behind the hips. Relax both shoulders down. Feel the space you are creating around the whole spine. Release any tension. Inhale, turn back to your center, lift both arms up. You can interlace the fingers above the head, turn the palms up, big stretch, press your hips down, and hands up high, feel the length in between. Yoga is all about creating length, creating space, giving yourself that space to be able to breathe. Alright, exhale, drop the hands down. Let's add some simple head rolls. Relax the neck. Be very gentle with this. Listen to the sensations of your body. If your neck doesn't want to go somewhere, don't push it. Let's change direction. Lovely. And let's bring your head back up to the center, find your tall spine. Okay. Now it's time to change position to tabletop pose. All fours, hands and knees position. So in tabletop, your hands are underneath your shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. This is the general alignment. Open your fingertips wide apart on the mat. Whenever your hands are on the mat, you want to keep them wide and have a good grip to be able to support yourself. And don't let your hands turn in. Make sure your index fingers are facing forward, the top of the mat, to keep your wrists neutral, safe, and strong. So start pressing the ground away with your both arms. Feel the shoulders getting broad here. You can tuck your toes or keep them untucked here. This is really optional depending on your knees. One important thing, when your knees are on the mat, if this is not comfortable for your kneecaps, please put a blanket or a towel underneath your knees as an extra support. Do not hesitate to do that to have a sustainable practice. Let's add some slow flow here, further spinal warm-up. With your inhalation, start arching your lower back, drop your belly, open your chest, roll your shoulders back, and look forward, calf shape. And with your exhalation, start tucking the tailbone back, round your whole spine, drop your head down, look at your navel, cat shape. So let's do this for a couple of rounds with the breath. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone back, round the spine, push the mat away. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, exaggerating the curves of the spine. Exhale, round into your cat. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, move with your breath. Exhale. Let's stay in your cat for a few breaths. Bring your attention to your upper back. Feel the space you are creating around the shoulder blades. Keep pushing the mat away actively with your arms, as if you're getting away from your wrists. That will be strengthening your arms. Alright, with your next inhale, bring your spine back to neutral, torso parallel to your mat. Now for some lower body warm-up. With your next inhalation, lengthen your right leg back, tuck the toes to the mat, press your heel back. Let's shift the weight forward a bit and then back. Do this for a couple of times. Feel a stretch on the back of the legs. If you sit the whole day, if you have an office job, or if you run a lot, if you climb, your hamstrings may get tight easily, so they need this stretch. Put the right knee down. Now lengthen your left leg back, toes tucked, pressing the heel back. Let's move back and forth. Enjoy that stretch. Especially in the morning, the body needs some time to get open, to get softer in the tissues. So be gentle to yourself to get these stretches nicely. And put the left knee down. Okay. Let's sit back, check it out for a bit. Relax your shoulders, relax the arms and the hands. Wiggle the fingers, do whatever you need here. And let's just stand up on our mats. Coming to the top of the mat, into your mountain pose, as we call Tadasana in Sanskrit. I will be mentioning Sanskrit names time to time. So we're at the top of the mat. Start by watching your feet. Whenever you're standing, how you create your foundation is really important. The position of your feet will affect the whole pose. So let's look down on your feet. Place them hip distance apart, and inner edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Let's lift your toes off the mat for a moment. Feel the arches of the feet. Spread the toes wide apart and put them down to have a good grip on your mat with your feet now. Okay. Coming up. Lift your kneecaps up, activating the front of the legs. Getting strong in your stance. Let's place one hand to your lower back, one hand to your navel. Lengthen your tailbone down. Please care for this angle. You may be doing this, exaggerating the curve of the lower back, which is not really ideal for the lower back health in the long term. So let's tuck the tailbone down and pull your pubic bone up, engaging the navel area in. This will lengthen your whole spine, feel the opening around your chest. Roll the shoulders back, collarbones wide apart. Chin parallel to the floor, gaze forward. Feel the whole stance from the bottom of the body to the top. You're very strong in your mountain pose. You can visualize yourself as a big, strong mountain. Okay. With your next inhalation, start lifting your arms up. Reach up, get tall, palms face each other. With your exhalation, start tilting your pelvis forward, which is this action. You can place your hands to your groins and help with this action of tilting forward, and then fold all the way down to your legs. Place your hands outside the feet. Especially if you're new, you may need to bend your knees to be able to touch the mat. Please do not hesitate to bend your knees. This will give your lower back more chance to get long. Drop your head, look back. Hands outside your feet, you can be on your fingertips or palms can be on the mat. With your next inhalation, start opening your arms out and come all the way up again. Stand tall. Lift your arms up towards the sky. With your exhalation, tilt the pelvis forward. Dive all the way down. Hands outside the feet. Remember to bend your knees. One more time. Inhale. Come on up. Lift the torso. Reach up. Arms up. Exhale. Tilt from the groins. Fold all the way down. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Lift your kneecaps up towards your hips to activate the front of the legs. Shift your weight forward towards your toes. Keep your hips above your ankles. Let's grab your opposite elbows here. Sway back and forth to give your spine a nice release. Enjoy this moment. And then you can swing side to side. Bend one knee and the other one, adding some hip twists. And you may be feeling the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Wherever you feel the intensity, breathe into it. See if you can send your breath into these spaces of the body. Even visualizing the breath going into these places may be very helpful. Okay. And then let's place your palms down onto the mat. Place the right foot back, put the right knee down, step the left foot back, left knee down, coming into your tabletop position again. All right. In your tabletop, let's place your hands one hand distance forward, having a larger table, and tuck your toes into the mat. Let's start pushing the mat away with your hands again, shoulders broaden, and start lifting your hips up into your downward facing dog pose. So it's a very crucial, very important pose we practice quite often. Let's just come into the pose however it is possible for you today. And I will be giving details later on. You can start to bicycle your legs here to have further hamstring release. You may feel it around the calves, Achilles tendon, bottom of the feet. And then let's bend both knees a little. Lift your hips up. So in downward facing dog, you're pressing your tailbone up high towards the sky, as if your hips want to get away from your hands. This action will lengthen your whole spine and bring your chest towards your thighs. Open your armpits here. One very important thing is you don't want your shoulders to roll in. Keep them out. Okay, with your exhale, place your knees down into your tabletop pose. Take a breath. It may be a long hold. Whenever you feel that something is too much for you, you should stop and take rest. Please feel free to take the rest whenever you need so. You can simply come to a seat, or you can come into your child's pose. Let me introduce you with the child's pose. So you're basically seated on your feet. Your knees can be together or apart. I prefer to do it with my knees apart. And simply fold down, put your head down. Your arms can reach forward or back. If your hips stay too high, you can put cushions or towels here. Or if your forehead doesn't touch the mat, again, you can have a block or a towel underneath. Let's come into your child's pose now to have a little bit of break. Stay in your pose while I give you some more details here. Feel the touch of your forehead with the support underneath. You can focus your eyes to the space between your eyebrows. This has a cooling, grounding effect. See how it feels for you. And be aware of your breath here. If your breath became shallow, if it became faster, give it some time, some chance to relax, to slow down again. One more breath in child's pose. And then let's come into your tabletop again. For the second downward facing dog, place the hands one step forward, fingertips wide apart, grip your mat, index fingers parallel to each other. Tuck your toes to the mat. Start lifting your hips up into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So it's okay to keep your knees bent. if the backs of the legs are not very comfortable here. Or if you have that space now, you can start pressing your heels down and lengthening the backs of the legs. Your heels don't have to touch the mat. It's okay if they stay lifted, but just find that action of pressing your heels down. As you keep the tailbone lifted, feel the length around the legs. Stay here for a few more breaths. All right, with your exhale, place the knees down into your tabletop pose again. Take a breath. Now let's come high on your fingertips, or you can use your blocks under your hands. Place your right foot forward inside the right hand and walk the left knee back a little. Lower the hips forward, open your chest, roll your shoulders back. Your front knee should be above the ankle. With your next inhalation, start lifting your torso, arms reach up for a low lunge. Remember, if your knees are not comfortable here, please put a blanket underneath. Or you can fold your mat like I'm doing right now if you don't have a blanket nearby. Open up your chest, arms reach up, fingertips long towards the sky. Take a breath in here. With your exhale, place the hands down. Okay. First thing, tuck the toes of the left foot, place the knee up, and step the right foot back into your downward facing dog. Only for a transition. Take a breath here. With your exhale, put the knees down, tabletop pose. Now let's place the left foot forward inside the left hand. Walk the right knee back a little. Find your lunging position. Shift the hips forward, front knee over the ankle. With your inhale, lift your chest, arms reach up. So one thing here, you don't want to collapse onto your front leg, or you don't want to overarch your lower back. So zip your belly in. Imagine you're wearing a corset here. Bring the belly back away from the front leg. Lift your chest high, arms long. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower the hands down. Lovely. Let's lift your right knee up high and step the left foot back into your downward facing dog again. Take a breath in here and exhale. Put the knees down. Let's take a deep full breath in. Exhale from your mouth. Good job. Let's just find a comfortable seat. Remember your options. It can be cross-legged or kneeling. You can sit on any prop that you have. All right. After some movement, let's just take a pause to reflect into the body. You may want to close your eyes. Just feel the effects of the practice. Maybe this is your first ever try of yoga. See however it feels for you. Welcome this brand new thing into your body. Okay. You can gently open your eyes. let's extend your legs forward. So I will turn into my mat. So in the seat, this is the most basic seated pose, Dandasana. Your legs extended and the spine long. If your spine tends to round, if you become like this, please sit on something, a blanket, a block. You can scoop the hip muscles back. This may be helpful to ground the sit bones down and lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back. Activate your toes, pull them back, press the heels forward as if they are against a wall. Bring your kneecaps uplifted, thighs active. Even the seat can feel really hard, which is okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself the time, the chance to grow. Patience is the key. Okay. Now let's bend your right knee. Place your foot outside the left knee. Right hand behind the hips. Stay tall in your seat. Don't let the spine collapse. With your inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale. Twist to your right side. Elbow to the knee. Look back at the right shoulder. Inhale, turn back to your center. Drop the right leg forward. Now, bend the left knee. Place the foot outside the right knee. Left hand behind your hips. With your next inhalation, lift the right arm up. Exhale to twist to your left. Tuck the elbow to the knee. If this is not possible for you, if it hurts your shoulder, you can wrap your arm simply around the leg. This is totally fine. And you can look back at the left shoulder. Breathe into your spine. And with your inhale, turn back to center. Drop the left leg forward. Just check it out before our final release. You can do whatever you need. Feel free. And if you're ready to let things go, let's simply lay down on your mat for Shavasana, final resting position. So, lower down. You may want to have a thin blanket under your head. Separate your feet, mat distance apart, roll them out, just let them fall. Give your legs some release after all that. Squeeze your hips and then let them go. Release all that effort. You deserved it. Relax the whole spine on the mat. Feel the lower back, upper back, and the neck curves. Whole spine is neutral and supported. See how your spine is feeling now after a nice morning practice. Drop the shoulders, let them roll out. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Open your armpits. Make sure they can breathe. Let your head be heavy. So we want to find this mindful rest at the end of our practices, to reflect back into the practice, to observe things, feel the transformation of the body, honor this space that you've created for yourself. Now it's time to let go after all the effort. Letting go is very important, as well as putting effort onto things. When you surrender and trust, you can create this room for growth. And let's take a deep breath in again. Invite fresh, deep, new energy into the body. Start wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Move your ankles and the wrists. Take a big stretch. Enjoy this moment of waking up again. Let's hug your knees into your chest. Some self-love moment. And drop onto your side. Take a moment there, right or left, doesn't really matter. And gently use your hands to press yourself up for a comfortable seat. Sit however you like to close the practice. Lengthen the spine. Feel that openness. Feel the strength you've created. Notice what is coming out of your practice. Let's join the hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for stepping up onto your mat. Thank yourself for stepping into this new chapter. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I also teach online private and group classes. If you're interested, please let me know. You can find my information down below. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Have a nice day.